tell us much. Like I do. Yo, all right. Got a comparison for y'all, right? Or not even necessarily a comparison, but it's a select. Pick one. Pick one. Prime players. So we got Adrian Peterson in his prime, or we got Ladainian Tomlinson. You gotta pick one. You gotta take one. One or the other. LP or AP.
Go ahead, Los.
LT or AP in their
Go ahead,
prime.
Los, because your brain working. Your brain working. I hear you.
And break it down to us. Why you feel like that?
I'm going Peterson.
Explain that. You got it.
I'm going Peterson was probably one of the best pure runners of all time. Like, if he didn't play for the Vikings and like really didn't get like his just due in the playoffs that often, like Peterson's a problem, bro. Like, this is a guy that literally missed the whole year because of an ACL or whatever kind of injury he had, which is a serious injury.
He had several.
Exactly. Several came back and put up like MVP numbers.
Every time. He's
like
still
he
in the
literally
league right
was
now.
out the whole year, and then the year after put up MVP numbers, and then it was like Adrian Peterson is like, I don't know, man. If we take the yards and everything assessment out of it, he's probably one of the top 5 running backs of all time, in my opinion.
No, I can agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, LT, here's the thing though, I love LT though. I love LT because he's so dynamic and he can catch the ball and he's not just a running back. He can catch and everything like that. But Adrian Peterson was a problem though. I was way more impressed with Adrian Peterson than I was with Ladainian Tomlinson. Even though LT, his numbers translated the way they did, but Adrian Peterson,
LT numbers crazy.
Yeah, his numbers is crazy. They
reception
crazy.
and rushing, touchdowns, everything. His numbers stupid. So shit,
Ahead,
I take it, bro.
Ahead, bro.
I'm like, this one hard for me, and that's why like this one was like a good one for me, cause this one is hard. Cause my favorite running back of all time, for me personally, is Adrian Peterson, yo. Just like, cause he was just a highlight reel, like he had the whole package too. I'm talking about fastest shit, biggest shit, strong, like agility, like everything, and he was just a highlight. Like, you give him a little bit of open space, he gonna break one. But if I had to take one in a prime, yo, I might go with LT, right? And again, Peterson is my favorite running back of all time, but I might take LT because I'm gonna say because that nigga he find his way in the end zone. Like LT was scoring the rock, like ain't no question. Like he gonna score. Like he always gonna find his way in the end zone. And in the passing game, he was a lot better than Adrian Peterson. Like
Definitely.
He always was up there in the receiving yards as far as running backs every year and shit like that. Like receiving touchdowns, receptions, receiving yards, like he was always up there. So that was where it was like he was just dynamic, like a little more dynamic than AP to me, like just slightly. But AP is my favorite running back of all time. But if I had to pick one in a prime, LT was a little more dynamic to me, honestly. Like
LT was up there with that in that draft with Michael Vick. Like those two guys were in the same draft. Yeah.
So I took LT.
It is the tough pick.
But it's a tough one, yeah. It's a tough one, man. Like I went back and forth with this one for like 10 minutes before I just was like, I had to start digging into numbers for real. Cause I was like, damn, I don't know which way to go. I had to start digging into numbers.
What the numbers tell you?
The numbers told me LT had a shorter career, but his numbers is crazy. Like his touchdown margin to AP is crazy. His reception yards to the amount of receptions to reception touchdowns is crazy. Like the numbers is stupid. So I had to go with him on the strength of like he got that little slight edge in the passing game.
It's definitely a better passing edge.
For sure, man. Yeah. For me, is I actually got to break the shit down, bro. I can't just answer the question, just say, hey, throw the shit out there. No. Break this shit down, bro. What I'm looking at Adrian Peterson, one of the best in history as like a north-south runner.
Facts.
Adrian history.
Shit, he go east, west, north, south.
But mostly from the interviews that I saw from NFL players, they tell you
North
he
and
was
south.
like north and south. He was like one of the most hardest niggas to tackle.
Yeah.
Because north and south, he ain't really about juking.
But he
And-
is.
But he can do it. But that's not mostly what Adrian Peterson was doing. Adrian Peterson mostly was
That makes
Very
sense. Get
well
it and go.
Very.
he was
very,
definitely well rounded. He
was
could juke.
arguably the most complete running back of all time.
I can agree with that.
But
As
they
far as
always
pure
said,
running style,
but they all the guys that all the interviews and all that. See, I'm one of these guys who I sit and I watch and I listen to like these sports teams that I love and these sports. I listen to the players. The players was talking about how AP was a strong nigga. He's one of them strong runners that it's hard to tackle. It was easier to a bunch of NFL players to tackle Emmitt Smith than it was Adrian Peterson. Like, that's real shit. Pay attention to that. And Emmitt Smith was, him and Barry Sanders is like 1 and 2 on the yards list.
Yeah.
But it's easier to tackle Emmitt Smith than it would be to tackle Adrian Peterson.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because Adrian Peterson will run you the fuck over.
Or juke the shit out of you. He could do either one.
He'll
Or
do
stiff
both.
arm, or
He'll
stiff
do
arm.
both on the same
He
play.
can do everything in one play. That's why he's my favorite running back.
He will do both on the same play. He will juke the shit out you. Look, he'll juke the shit out you and run you the fuck over. Like, boom, boom. Boom, nigga.
Yeah.
So for me,
I think LT's probably the greatest West Coast running back of all time.
Yeah, West Coast. Like, picture LT and the Eagles under Andy Reid's system in that West Coast offense. Oh my good. Like, remember how Andy Reid made Brian Westbrook look and shit like that?
Brian Westbrook,
Picture LT in that offense. Oh my goodness.
Terrell Buckhalter, and Deuce Staley.
Swap one of them with LT. Oh my goodness, bro. LT probably lead the league in rushing and receiving yards on some real shit. Like,
so would LT have been better than L Bell?
L Bell.
The nigga Pittsburgh. Bell from Pittsburgh.
Bell. I can't think his first name. I don't know
He
why.
played for
Le'Veon Bell.
Le'Veon Bell. So
Yeah.
so Ladainian Tomlinson.
Both of them are better than him.
But they are the same player.
LT more so. LT definitely more so. He can catch the ball. Bell, he's actually the better receiver out of the three.
Bell is better than LT.
I wouldn't say
as
by
a
far.
receiver.
I wouldn't say by far.
Because he actually will
I got
catch
a point
the
to
ball.
it. I got a point to it.
Put LT,
Watch what you
because
niggas
I used to
say.
see LT in the
I got
slot.
a point to
I used
it.
to see LT
And
in the
that's what I
slot.
say about exactly.
And I know
what I say
Le'Veon
about
Bell be in the slot, too.
Bell hits the slot.
I used to watch LT in the slot,
Bell used to hit the slot a lot.
and he was effective. And I mean, if we gonna look at the careers, I feel like Bell's career might be on the decline at this point, and I feel like he's still in his 20s.
As far as career, he's not.
That's
touching
a different
He's not
conversation,
touching
yo.
both of those guys.
Time out. Stop. That's a different conversation. I only mentioned L. Bell into the point of Ladainian Tomlinson is because both of y'all basically saying that LT was a great,
But he way better than Bell ever would be.
but at the same
Bell
time,
ain't
but at the same time,
LT better than better.
but
than
at the
Way
same
better.
time,
way better.
L. Bell
That's
had.
not
Hold on.
How many seasons he had?
Hold on. This is what the only thing I'm trying to tell you is that L. Bell had a chance to be on that same LT trajectory.
He's still in his 20s. He still should have a chance.
Well, all that shit fell off because, you know.
In his 20s, bro.
But you never know when a nigga